Hi everyone, it's me at HEAD, back with you for another Raw review, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I'm going to do it now, get it out the way, because I've just finished watching Raw as I'm doing this right now. And yeah, a very good Raw, if I do say so myself, quite frankly. Not the greatest of Raws, not the best of Raws, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And not only, as you can probably tell by the video, guys, it's not just a Raw review, it's an Extreme Rules prediction too. That's right. Extreme Rules is this Sunday. I will be watching it on the network. Not going to do a live stream with it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I will record some reactions, probably. But I will be watching it on the network this Sunday. And yeah, I'm probably going to record a reactions video at the most. I don't know how I'm going to plan that yet. But I'll do the research this week and hopefully bring it to you this week on Sunday. But let's get to Raw. Monday Night Raw. Kicked off this week with Styles and Roman Reigns in the ring. A confrontation. And Styles, this little verbal confrontation. And obviously Roman thought that he was going to fall into a trap, or supposed trap, and still thinks and still doesn't believe a word comes out of AJ's mouth, still thinks that he's going to use Karl Anderson and Gallows, AJ that being, to become the World Heavyweight Champion this Sunday. And just as he was doing that, Karl Anderson and Gallows walked out. But as they were walking down the aisle, Usos came in. AJ turned around and took a right hand in his mouth from Roman Reigns. All of that led to later on in the evening, which was the six-man tag. Well, not the six-man tag, the tag team match with the number one contender and the World Heavyweight Champion in respective corners. I'll get to that later. Now, something happened next, which was a confrontation involving the World or the Intercontinental Championship. Because the Intercontinental Champion came to ringside. Obviously, during the commercial break, Kevin Owens came to ringside. And it was meant to be Cesaro versus Sami Zayn, a little revamp of a certain match that was on NXT that, quite frankly, elevated Sami Zayn in WWE. Go back and watch them NXT matches, and you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about. But a little thing got out of hand, and Kevin Owens got sick and tired of talking to The Miz. Quite frankly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, to be honest. Anyone can get sick and tired of The Miz. That easy. And as he got up, he grabbed hold of The Miz and they both started fighting on the outside, which led to them two falling in the ring. And then the match got thrown out because Cesaro attacked one, Sami Zayn attacked the other, which led to a tag match. Now, Shane had the idea of putting Cesaro and Sami Zayn together, and then The Miz and Kevin Owens. However, Stephanie came up with a different idea. A very different idea, which I liked, quite frankly. Okay, I don't like the team of the Cesaro and the Miz, but quite frankly, Miz with anyone I don't like, full stop. Except Maurice, but that's another issue. Kevin Owens, well, they put Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn together. Now, any Ring of Honor fans seen this video? Remember the good old days? Yeah. Former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, now two guys who just can't stand one another. And they managed to get the victory in what was a good tag match. But that didn't stop them from battering each other's brains in at the end. Because even though Sami got the win, Kevin Owens took the credit and said that he won the match, not Sami. After Sami got the pin, Sami turned around and walks right into a super kick from Kevin. So it's all going down this Sunday, guys. It's all going down this Sunday in the Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. It's all going down, man. It's all going down. Now, I can't think of what happened. Where's the matches? Something I liked. Dana Brooke got an impressive win over Becky Lynch. Now Dana Brooke has to go this on her own now for the time being, because it was announced on Twitter and earlier today that Emma injured her back on a WWE live event and has to go surgery, so she's going to be out for a long period of time. But it worked nonetheless. And Dana ended up getting the victory. Very impressive, I must say. So it's good to see Dana Brooke. But to the one thing that I actually liked, I really enjoyed and really liked on Raw. Yes, they faced two jobbers from North Carolina, whatever. But Los Matadores is no more, thank God. Okay? Los Matadores is no more. Okay, that's why El Torito is no longer with the company. The Shining Stars made their debut, otherwise known as Primo and Epico. Yes, they're back, ladies and gentlemen, under a new name, a new look. Probably one of the finest tag teams around. Before some git in WWE decided to go, oh yeah, let's put them on the Matadors. Let's make them Matadors and everything. Give me a break. These two are really good. Yes, this was their debut match, and they were impressive. But I predicted big things for these two. And I really like these two a lot. Like I said, I liked them the first time around because they were a really good tag team. They didn't get, hardly anything out of it, but they were a really good tag team nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to see what these two bring to the table. And now we get to probably the worst but funny part of Raw. Golden Truth. I didn't cover this on SmackDown because it's been pointless. 5 months of this. And it seemed that Fandango jumped Goldust on SmackDown, and then Truth tried to do the same thing, and then Tyler Breeze jumped Goldust and Truth, and then Breezango was born. Now, don't get me wrong. Tyler Breeze and Fandango, I don't have a problem with. It's Golden Truth that I have a problem with. 5 months of going through these vignettes that they did. One point they were asking for, Goldust wanted him to be the partner, R-Truth that is, and then Truth saying, oh yeah, we need to be partners, and then Goldango and Gorgeous Truth came involved, and Goldust standing on top of a toilet. Dear God, Bennett. 5 months to finally see these two idiots tag teaming. And don't get me wrong, I love Goldust. I wish Goldust would go back to the old Goldust, the man who used to win championships and take things seriously. But I remember one time he got electrocuted on Raw, and he was never the same again. And don't get me started on R-Truth. For those of you that don't know, R-Truth was a former World Heavyweight Champion back in the day. Just letting you know. And these two, 5 months build to this point, and these two end up losing to, which was the funny part of Raw, quite frankly, to Tyler Breeze and Fandango. 5 months, basically for fuck all. That's what it was. I don't know what to do. It hurts my brain. It really does. It really does. And it seems that this team is not over yet, because there was a miscommunication which allowed Tyler Breeze and Fandango to get the victory. And now it seems that these two want revenge on Breezango, or what the... I swear to God. I answered a question this past week on my podcast that was brought to me on Twitter by, will wrestling ever be respected by the mainstream media? Not when shit like this happens. This is partly one of the answers I put. God, Bennett. And don't get me started on the situation with Tyler Breeze. But anyway, at least Tyler Breeze is now winning matches. So the sooner that ends, the better. And I'm not looking forward to see what happens next. If Tyler Breeze and Fandango works and benefits Tyler Breeze, then I'm all for it, but I don't see it, quite frankly. Oh boy. Then it was the supposed match, the tag team match, the Usos, Karl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, with AJ in the club's corner, Gallows in Anderson's corner, and Reigns in the Usos' corner. Now, this was a great tag match, and finally the Usos get the victory over the club. But that wasn't the story, ladies and gentlemen. All hell broke loose between Roman Reigns and AJ Styles, and the chair was in there. AJ went to use it like he said he would earlier on in the night. He said that the first chance he gets, he'll use it. And he went to use it, but took a right hand for his process. And then Gallows and Anderson provided the distraction, and it was an opportunity for AJ to use the chair. And he did. He beat the tar out of him with it. And let's just say the phenomenal one, ladies and gentlemen, got extreme on WWE's new poster boy, Roman Reigns. Because he hit Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, with a Styles Clash on the chair. I loved it personally. And I don't know if this is the case of Roman begging management or creative to allow AJ to use that, or whether or not, because there's all this talk about the Styles Clash being banned in WWE. I don't think it is, quite frankly. I think AJ's being asked to tone it down a little bit on using it, but I don't think it's been banned. But this is the time of the month where it's extreme, or the time of the year for WWE where they go extreme. So who knows? But I'm very much looking forward to that match now this Sunday, and it's not going to be like what happened to Payback. And God help, it doesn't happen again. But this time it's an Extreme Rules match, so anything can happen. That's what makes it more interesting. There's actually a stipulation on it, unlike Payback when it ended up being 3 matches in one. You know, first it was a normal match, then a no DQ match, and then a no count out match. Actually, it was no count out, then no DQ. So thankfully, there's nothing in this match. I'll go to Kalisto and Del Rio. Kalisto and Del Rio, one-on-one. Del Rio got the victory thanks to a little bit of help from Rusev, the opponent. It's all built into this Sunday. The opponent for Kalisto, Rusev, who's still helping one of his old cronies in the League of Nations. But it's anything to get at Kalisto, because he ended up beating the tar out of Sin Cara backstage and got his revenge. I got a little sample of what he could do, or what will possibly can happen to Kalisto this Sunday by putting on that camel clutch move that he does and literally just bending Kalisto back like a pretzel, quite frankly. Unbelievable. And it's amazing he didn't snap him in half, but anyway. And the single 7-foot beast, thanks to Shane and Stephanie, got to go one-on-one with Dvon Dudley, which turned out to be, because Shane and Stephanie said Big Cass will wrestle out one of the Dudleys after the Dudleys went in and demanded a match against 2 North Carolinians. And they got Big Cass instead. Dvon managed to go one-on-one with Big Cass and beat him within, say, 3 minutes at the most, 2 minutes at the most. Miscue between the Dudleys, and Big Cass manages to hit his finishing move to get the victory. A clean win on his own without Enzo still recovering from that injury he took, or injury he suffered at Payback. Get well soon, Mr. Amore. Now, contract signing, which was a joy. I'll get to the little bit in a second as well, involving Mr. Dean Ambrose and the Usos. But I'll go to the contract signing, which ended Raw. And ended Raw very interestingly, to be honest, because they signed the contract. Charlotte ran her mouth off. She was the big cheese, and the only reason that she was in that Charlotte, because the best name Flair, she was getting cheered in Greensboro and whatever. They read the contract, and apparently Shane and Stephanie put on the contract that if Charlotte or if Ric Flair comes down to ringside, based on what happened last week, if Rick comes down to ringside at Extreme Rules, he will cost Charlotte the Women's Championship automatically, because Charlotte will forfeit the Women's title if Ric Flair comes down to ringside. So basically, when Shane and Stephanie said that Ric Flair was banned, they made it. And then Ric Flair completely lost the plot, saying that Stephanie was the worst businesswoman he ever seen, and he was trying to like her based on who the husband is, Triple H. And Shane tried to calm him down and all that, and then Ric Flair just completely lost the plot. Even Charlotte was trying to calm him down, to no avail. And then Shane wanted to go at it with Ric Flair. Ric Flair wanted to go out with Shane, and Shane was calming him down, saying he has too much respect for him for that, yada, yada, yada. Stephanie pulled him away and said, "You might have some respect for him, Shane, but I don't." And just literally slapped the taste right out of Ric Flair's mouth, knocking him flat on his ass. Charlotte didn't take too kindly to it. It was going to go for Stephanie at one point. That was until Natalya swept her up, put her in the sharpshooter, and made her tap. And then it ended Raw with her holding the Women's Championship. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything that needs to happen in Extreme Rules, it's that. If there's anyone who deserves a Women's Championship or a title run, a female title run, it's Natalya. This should have happened a long time ago, but no. So I'm glad she's getting the push and getting what she deserves. But if there's anyone who needs to win this Sunday, it's Natalya. Big time. Okay, I know it's probably not going to happen. I'll get to my predictions in a second. I know it's probably not going to happen, but if there's a God in this world, please let it happen. Okay, even though there's rumors flying around that Sasha Banks is going to win the championship at SummerSlam, from what I've heard. But anyway, let's go to the Usos. New Day came out with this time warp machine, and it was all built into their match with the Vaudevillains this Sunday. And they tested it out, and it seemed to work, television and that. And they went back in time, because, you know, the Vaudevillains like to do their black and white stuff. They went back in time. God's honest truth. Kofi came out as his old self. You know, the SOS, I hear them shouting, and start dancing around and everything. And then Xavier Woods came out and said, "We're not that back yet. We're not that far back yet." Just drags him back in the box. And they came out with this little thing and everything, and basically mocked the Vaudevillains, which didn't take too kindly with the Vaudevillains, because out of nowhere they jumped them and sent a message to the Tag Team Champions. And let's just face it right now, if you watch NXT, you know the Vaudevillains ain't no pushovers. And I think the New Day's got their hands full on Sunday. I'll get to that later. Dean Ambrose wanted to call out for the last bit here. Dean Ambrose wanted to call out Chris Jericho. For what? I don't know. Chris Jericho was looking for an apology from Dean Ambrose for ripping his $15,000 jacket up last week. Ambrose had other ideas, because he challenged Chris to a match, which Chris accepted at Extreme Rules. But it wasn't just any match. It is now going to be in Extreme Rules, Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in an asylum match, which is a steel cage wrapped around, normal steel cage filled with goodies, orchestrated by one Dean Ambrose. You know, straight jackets, the plaid pots, kendo sticks, whatever. I think Mr. Jericho's got his hands full this Sunday because the last thing he wants is to be in a steel cage. Okay, he's been in many steel cage matches in the past, but I think the last thing he wants is to be in a steel cage with Dean Ambrose, especially in an asylum cage. So that's what this basically is. The old Ambrose asylum. Chris Jericho's going to step in and be the first person to step in to the Ambrose asylum. Not this. Yeah, the Ambrose asylum is not a talk show. Jericho's going to find out what the Ambrose asylum is this Sunday, and I wouldn't want to be him. All in all, a very good Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Very good Raw. I will probably give it, out of 10, I would probably give it a 7. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. And I'll give it, out of 5, a 4. No, do you know what? 4.5. Because I actually enjoyed it this week. And it was a good way to go into Extreme Rules this Sunday. Speaking of Extreme Rules, let's go to the predictions for Extreme Rules this Sunday. Where are we? There we go. United States Champion Kalisto defends against Rusev. By the way, before I get to that, preview show, Extreme Rules pre-show. No disqualification. Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin. I think Mr. Corbin is going to win that match. I'll just get that out the way. Ziggler won Payback. I think Corbin's going to win this one. So let's get that one out the way. We have got United States Champion Kalisto versus Rusev. Tricky one, because Kalisto's been a great champion, no doubt. I think Kalisto is going to retain. I'm kind of hoping Rusev gets the belt because John Cena's back in 2 weeks. And I've got a feeling there's going to be another Rusev and Cena match on the horizon. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. Yes, you heard me correct, ladies and gentlemen. Cena is back in 2 weeks. And I sense another Cena versus Rusev again. I don't know why. I just got a funny feeling it's going to happen. My prediction is Kalisto, but I've got a funny feeling if Rusev wins, don't be surprised. But my prediction is Kalisto. Tag team matches, I think New Day will retain. I don't think they've got anything to worry about. Yes, the Vaudevillains might have their number, and I don't think they've got anything to worry about. I think the New Day will walk out tag team champions. Although if the Vaudevillains win, I won't be disappointed. But I think the New Day will walk out tag team champions. Like I said, I don't think they've got anything to worry about. The Vaudevillains do have their number, but I think the New Day will come out on top. Charlotte and Natalya submission match. I've already made my prediction. I'm rooting for Natalya, but I know Charlotte will probably win. But I'm really rooting for Natalya on this match. I really want her to get what she deserves, quite frankly. And she deserves a run with the championship, at least. But like I said, there's rumored plans that Charlotte will face Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, and Sasha will get a champion, will win the title. But prediction-wise, I'm going for Natalya, but I won't be surprised if Charlotte wins. But if Natalya wins, I'll be rooting for that. I'm rooting for that. That has to happen, but I know it won't. But my prediction's Natalya. Where are we? Intercontinental Championship. Miz, Owens, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. I'm kind of rooting for Sami Zayn. I think they're going to, I don't know. Sami Zayn will get the belt just to rub it in Kevin Owens' face, quite frankly. You beat me at Payback. I got your title. Kind of thing. He probably should have won it at WrestleMania, quite frankly, but he didn't. I'm going for Sami Zayn on this one, but I think this one will definitely steal the show Sunday, this 4-way. Can't believe I said steal the show and Miz in the same sentence. But anyway, Sami Zayn will win the championship this Sunday. I'm predicting that right now. If Cesaro wins, I won't be disappointed. If Kevin Owens wins, I won't be disappointed. Just as long as the Miz doesn't win, because I'm not the biggest Miz fan. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, and this is your first time watching wrestling or WWE, the Miz used to be a former WWE champion. Anywho, Ambrose asylum match, Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, and Dean Ambrose will close this feud once and for all by the victory. I don't know what to expect in this match, but all I know is this. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to it. And Ambrose will win. That's all I know on that one. And then we'll go to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Now, my prediction is this. Roman Reigns to retain. But I'm hoping AJ wins and puts an end to this. Because it's an Extreme Rules match. You know Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows are going to get involved. Probably the Usos will do the same. Something's going to go down big. I want AJ to win, but I don't think it's going to happen. My prediction is Roman Reigns to win, but I'm pulling for AJ. Okay? I'm pulling for AJ. But it might be, again, too soon for him to be world champion. He's going to be world champion at some point. WWE World Champion at some point. You know it's going to happen at some point. It's just a case of when. I'm hoping it's now, but I don't think it will be. That's just my opinion. But Roman Reigns, I predict Roman Reigns will retain. I know I'm probably going to get stick for that, but I'm just being honest. Roman Reigns will retain, but I'm kind of hoping AJ wins. Actually, there's no kind of. I'm hoping AJ wins. I'm hoping they pull the trigger and allow AJ to be champion. I don't see it happening, though. However, I'm thinking about something that might go down this SummerSlam involving Roman Reigns, should he still be champion. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins match at SummerSlam, anyone? Seth's due back at SummerSlam, Tam. Maybe they're waiting for that to happen. Roman Reigns is the guy now. And Seth dropped the title because of his injury. Something to think about, guys. Really is something to think about. However, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for this video. Just doing a little few his and theirs, so don't mind me what I'm going to do. I'll be back this Sunday. I'll be back next week as well. Check out the podcast on this channel. Check out the new episodes that's just gone up as well. Check out all the good stuff in the description below. All the good stuff that's going to happen this Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy Extreme Rules. I will have something up, like a reactions video at some point next week. Hopefully. But I'll have a review up as well this coming Sunday. I'm thinking about doing another live stream again, like on the pay-per-view thing, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. I've been very busy as of late. There's a lot of things going down. I might just save it for SummerSlam, quite frankly. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. But I'll have a reactions video at something this Sunday. My reactions and shit like that. So look out for that next week. I don't know when I'm going to put the full video up or do the highlights, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. And yeah, that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you weren't here and you didn't see it on the live stream or whatever, don't worry. It's going to go up on the channel anyway. So if you missed anything, you haven't missed much. It's going to go up on the channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to check this out, guys. My WWE Raw review and Extreme Rules predictions all in one video. Until next time, guys, for the Wrestling Madness channel, my name is Anthony Walker, saying Peace out and too sweet. See you next time.